Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Now today I'm going to be talking about the Valorant Oceania tour for 2022. So basically I'm just going to be just mentioning it, obviously to put into people's radars, and basically all that stuff. So I'll be basically be only talking about the format and I'll be showing the bracket for the group stage and the regional playoffs. Obviously, this will be starting, I think, around January 12th, if I remember correctly. And yes, I will be reacting to some of these matches as well. Possibly when the Oceania tour is done. So I can obviously, so I can get myself back. So basically, I can get myself up to speed um, of my own um, of my own region to see which team is really the best. Even though I know Order is the best, but you know how the Australians play Valorant against other Australians, not Sonics, where they had to play against Americans. So I'll just talk about the format, and then I'll go over and talk about the bracket. So the format of this Valorant Oceania tour, there will be a total of 3 phases: the Open Qualifiers, the Group Stages, and the Regional Playoffs. I don't know why it says Group Stages for Phase 3 as well, but we ignore that. It is Regional Playoffs. So, Phase 1, it is the Open Qualifiers. So the Open Qualifier will be a best of 3 single elimination format. Now that's pretty interesting, because in the EMEA one, it was a best of 1, but for this one, it is a best of 3. Now, I don't know how many teams are actually going to be in the open qualifiers. And with that, also with the best of 3 in the format, it basically tells me that I'm going to say 12, 16 teams are probably going to be in it. So possibly not a lot, unless it is the best of 3 and it's just going to take a long time to get through all of the open qualifiers. But I digress. But it is a single elimination. Um, so it's a single elimination format played until completion. I don't know what that means. Played until completion. No idea what it means. I mean, it has to be. Well, it's going to be completed either way. So I don't know what they're trying to say here. Seeded matches to be played for 8th to 4th place. Only the top 16s will qualify for phase 2 in stage 1. So looks like there's going to be possibly maybe 8 teams. So the top 6 will qualify to the group stages, where 2 teams are already qualified for. So so in the phase 2 in the group stages, we'll see the top 8 teams seeded into 2 groups: Group A and Group B. Group A will have Order, and Group B will have Chiefs Esports Club. In Group A, they will have 3rd, 5th, and 7th from the open qualifiers, and Group B will have 4th, 6th, and 8th from the open qualifiers. Each group will be a best of 3 single round robin. Each team playing each other once within the group. All 8 teams will be seeded into the regional playoffs pending on their placements within their group. And then the phase 3, it will be the regional playoffs. So it will see all the 8 teams from both of the groups will seed into a best of 3 double elimination bracket with a best of 5 grand finals. Obviously, best of 5 grand finals obviously makes sense. Here, so it says here the registration for open qualifiers is open. Registration closes on 9th of January, so this is already closed. Seeding a bracket to be released on the 11th of January. So you cannot register anymore. It is done so. Even though I don't know why it says New Zealand time, but whatever. So if you are actually going to be competing in the open qualifiers, I wish you the best of luck. So obviously these are the 2 teams who are automatically invited because of the Valorant Oceania Tour 2021 from last year, when these 2 teams came first and second. Now, obviously, we all knew what caused, like what happened and why the Australian players couldn't make it. If you're not, I'll tell you. But just a quick story short, They couldn't make it because of logistical reasons, basically due to COVID, I think. I don't know. I think that's what they used, but I mean, I feel like it's kind of dumb because because in that same time period when the NALCQ was going all sorted and everything, they somehow I think got all of the League of Legends teams going to um, uh, going towards everyone. So they got all of the teams, including some of the Australian teams, into the Worlds to League of Legends, like which is on LAN, but they couldn't get the two Australian teams to North America, which is a bit weird, but this probably also depends on where Worlds was taking place in 2021, but I digress. I'm still a bit pissed off about that. So luckily these two teams have got another chance um, of competing for Australia um, in now APAC. So whoever wins in the grand finals will be seeded against all the other APAC teams, which includes Thailand, Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Vietnam, and South Asia. Yes, basically the where global esports qualified to in LCQ. So whoever wins in Oceania will be competing against all these regions. I think in the top, I think so. Top three for Philippines. Obviously, these are just for the ones that are visible. Top three in Indonesia, and top two in the Valorant Conquerors Championship. So basically, we only get one spot because we are irrelevant. But I digress either way. Hopefully, at some point, they'll bump it up to 2. I actually kind of hope that. So, these are the groups. Also right here. Group A, Group B. So the teams in Group A will play against each other. Group B will they'll play against each other. I feel like the groups are kind of just not really needed. You could just easily just put us into the playoffs, but apparently there was a playoffs now. So possibly it'll be like 8th Group A. I'm guessing, or maybe 8th, eighth, 4th Group A, 4th Group B, or maybe it's like 4th Group A, 1st Group B. I don't really know how the thing's going to be working, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll probably see. So this is the playoff bracket, obviously double elimination, lower bracket, up bracket. Nothing really else to really mention. But that's really about it. Obviously, I will be reacting to, well, not reacting, but like watching some of these matches, um, when it is done. Obviously, this will start actually on January 28th and ended on February 20th. So I think it might be also just due to because, I mean, open qualifiers will take a long time. I don't know actually when open qualifiers actually start, but actually it's like January 12th. So there's my answer there. January 12th will be when Oceania Tour would start for open qualifiers, and then when we get into the group stages, that'll start. Oh, that'll start around January 28th. So so a bit, so basically late January. So yeah, that's really about it. Also, I will be keeping this updated. I'll leave a link to this if you want to read it yourself to look at the tournament information, the broadcast, the rules, the prize and points, and all that other stuff. So yeah, that is really it for me now. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.